You just do,
Yeah, to zoom in, you just do this, and then to zoom out, you do that. What? So to zoom in, you do this, and then if you want to go back. But anyway, what's the other one? We're able to do that.
That's on Facebook, that keeps it updated. That's pretty much all.
Still can't hear me? We can hear you. People in the back can hear me? Right next to you. Thank you all so much for coming out today. This is such an important protest. And like you, I am a passionate person about women's reproductive rights. I believe that women's reproductive health care decisions should, you can hear me now, can't you? Like you, I am passionately pro-choice. I believe that women's reproductive health care decisions should be between a woman and her doctor and not the government. And who are all of these Republican legislators that are voting on issues relating to women's reproductive rights? All of these men making these decisions. Who are they? Women too. Who are they to force a woman to have a vaginal ultrasound? Do you know that 64 of them, before the bill was amended, actually voted in favor of that invasive transvaginal ultrasound? They didn't know it was so invasive. I was in the House Courts of Justice Committee meeting, and I watched when a graphic picture was passed out to all of the members of that committee. So they knew exactly how invasive it was. And do you know who is chairman of the Courts of Justice Committee? Dave Albo. He's the one that on the House floor talked about cozying up to his wife, talking about making all of his cool moves. We will remember Dave Albo. Don't forget his name. He knew exactly what they were doing. Every Republican member of the House Courts of Justice Committee is male, and every one of them looked at that graphic picture and dismissed it completely and voted in favor of the transvaginal ultrasound because they said, what do we care? We know we'll never have to have a transvaginal ultrasound. So what do we want to do with all 64 of those Republican legislators? What do we want to do? Absolutely, we want to get rid of them. So join us, all of us. We have started a new PAC called the Women's Strike Force. And this came out of all of this that has been going on in the past 2 weeks. Thanks to all of you. We've had great support. Stop the war on women. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Website.
You can go to our website at www.womenstrikeforce.org.
It is so wonderful to see you out here today. I am Shelley Abrams, and I run a Richmond area abortion clinic. Being an abortion provider is a very lonely feeling, but today, thanks to all of you, we do not feel so alone. The reason we are here today is because whether or not the average person realizes it, the right to control whether or not you bring life into this world is the ultimate power. And from where I stand, the men in control of this country cannot stand that they do not control that power. They pass laws giving themselves the power. That's what men in this country do when they want more power. I don't have to tell right now. Last year, our legislature passed a law requiring clinics to be regulated like hospitals. This does not mean safer abortion care for patients. This means huge financial burdens on independent clinics who are local and small businesses. What this likely means is that your local non-Planned Parenthood clinic will be shut down in 2 years, which as a group represents 75% of providers in the state. The new ultrasound bill passed in this year's legislature contains a 24-hour wait period between the time a woman has her ultrasound and when she can have her abortion procedure. This does not mean a more thoughtful decision by a more informed patient. This means a woman will have to take 2 days off of work instead of 1. She will have to find 2 days of babysitters instead of 1. And she will have to find someone who is willing to drive her from Petersburg to Richmond for 2 days instead of 1. To some of us, this may not seem like much of a burden, but I can tell you from looking these women in the eye every day that this 24-hour requirement is a huge burden. The rulers of this country and this Commonwealth are trying to make being a woman more of a burden. They are slipping in so-called reasonable regulations all over the place in an effort to take control of our life-giving powers. They want to turn the beauty of our womanhood into something that is shameful. I, for one, will not be ashamed of being a woman. I will not be ashamed of making the life-changing decisions that come with being a woman. I will not be ashamed to stand here and say out loud that I had an abortion. And no, I do not regret that decision. Because with shame comes fear, and with fear comes silence, and I hope with all my heart that the people of Virginia are done being silent on the issue of women's rights. Now, I have been told by some of my older colleagues that by using strong and evocative words like rape, and by demonstrating loudly and being unruly at the Capitol to the point of being forcibly removed, that this was, quote, bringing us down to the opposition's level. That we have to be, quote, better than the right wing. Well, I'm done playing nice.
And I have pays a meter on his car.
They're in the bushes. It's so funny.
Sure.
Thank you. Coming? Yeah, I was waiting to see you. Okay. How are you, Brian?
Good.
How'd they go?
Yeah.
Anyway, but how?
Okay, well, that's a good idea.
I'll do a count of how many people out of
Yeah, you
how
can't
many
start
cars have
counting.
passed how many cars.
Right, that'd be good.
Wanna look. Oh yeah, they just dropped the all
But I don't know, and what I'm saying is I don't
We have come too far, we can't turn around. We'll flood the streets with justice, we are freedom bound. We have come too far, we can't turn around. We'll flood the streets with justice, we are freedom. we are freedom bound. We have come too far, we can't turn around. We'll flood the streets with justice, we are freedom bound. We have come too far, we can't turn around. We'll flood the streets with justice, we are freedom bound. We have come too far, we can't turn around. We'll flood the streets with justice, we are free.